Hey fam, Speed Duel bro here, and in today's video we have Chillin' Outback. Finally, Chumley has made the scene. Let's go. For the skill card we have Chillin' Outback. For monster lineup we have 3 Desk Kangaroo, 3 Desk Koala, 3 Giant Rat, 2 Sea Koala, and 1 Jinzo. For spells we have 3 Book of Moon, 2 Shield Crush, 2 Hammer Shot, and 1 Creature Swap. For traps we have 3 Floodgate Trap Hole, 3 Spike Shield with Chain, 2 Nightmare Wheel, 1 Super Rush Recklessly, and 1 Psychic Shockwave. How to win / strategies. Now before we go over the game plan fam, let's review the skill card Chillin' Outback. And if you notice, there's text on the back. At the start of the duel, flip this card over. So let's flip it over. It reads, once per turn, you can change one face-up koala or kangaroo monster's battle position. Koala and kangaroo monsters you control can attack while in face-up defense position. If they do, apply their defense for damage calculation. Now fam, I only wanted to review this skill card because I feel like that most of you already know what the koala and kangaroo monsters do. So let's keep it moving, alright? Now let me show you how to win with this deck and how I would approach using this deck. Alright fam, as we've read on the skill card, our kangaroo and koala monsters can attack while in defense position. So that means we'll be doing our damage from a defensive standpoint. So really, Desk Kangaroo is a 1700 attacker, Desk Koala is an 1800 attacker, and Sea Koala is a 1600 attacker. That's not bad at all. We can actually run over stuff with these kind of stats. But wait fam, let's pause and let's put ourselves in the shoes of the opponent. So fam, if we were playing against a smart and skilled opponent or someone who knows their Yugis, so someone like me, Speed Duel bro, but joking aside, let's pretend that I am the opponent, okay fam, and you're playing this koala deck. Now, as the opponent, if I see this skill card right from the start, that automatically puts in my thoughts, why would I attack? If I attack, I'm just asking to be punished, knowing what this deck is capable of. So what ends up happening fam is the opponent is also going to be chilling out back too. Meaning the opponent's just going to be sitting behind their strong monster and gathering resources too, and they're just going to wall up and build their defense too, and then it becomes a boring stall fest, basically. But now that I've explained the most probable mentality of the opponent playing against the koala deck, let's put ourselves back in our original shoes, in Chumley's shoes, okay fam? Alright, so now that we found ourselves in this situation, we quickly realize that this field ain't big enough for both of us to be chilling out back. Only one of us can be chilling out back, and that's gonna be us. So what we're gonna do fam is we are going to bring the fight to them. Yes, you heard me right. Even if we're chilling, we are still gonna bring the fight to the opponent. And one of the ways that we'll do that is through Spike Shield with Chain. And just a quick note fam, when you declare an attack with one of these monsters and you have the intention of activating Spike Shield with Chain, make sure you declare damage step before anything, because in the damage step things, now I know my OG and veterans know this, but for the newer Speed Duel fam, in the damage step process, Book of Moon can't touch us there. So you declare an attack and you say damage step, and then you activate Spike Shield with Chain. So thanks to Spike Shield with Chain, Desk Kangaroo is going to become a 3700 attacker, Desk Koala is going to become a 3400 attacker, and Sea Koala is going to become a 2200 attacker. So all of a sudden, these kangaroos and koalas suddenly become offensive beatsticks. So this is just one of the ways that we're going to bring the fight to the opponent. It's with Spike Shield with Chain. Now another way that we're going to bring the fight to the opponent is, remember fam, when we're facing a skilled or good opponent and they see this skill card right from the start, more likely than not, they're not going to attack. They're gonna try to chill out back with us, but we're not gonna let that happen. So this is where Shield Crush comes in handy. We're just gonna clear up their field, simple as that. And this is where Hammer Shot is also very convenient too. And the reason why I say Hammer Shot is very convenient, fam, is because in this particular deck, if you read Hammer Shot, it says it's destroy the one attack position monster. But all our monsters are in defense mode. So let's say we activated the Hammer Shot here, right? And the opponent responds with Book of Moon, right? So they're gonna try to protect their monster, but the key thing here is our monsters are still safe. So we basically just baited out the opponent's Book of Moon because we're allowed to do our damage from a defensive standpoint. And I want to emphasize that since we're on that defensive standpoint, we can also dodge Widespread Ruin, Wall of Disruption, and even our own Hammer Shot, because all of the mentioned cards affect attack position monsters. And luckily for us, we're all about defense position. So yeah, fam, this is how you play the deck. We are going to bring the fight to the opponent from a defensive standpoint. And remember, fam, it's only us that can be chilling out back. Card analysis. The skill card Chillin' Outback. I'm so happy that Konami finally gave Chumley a skill card. And not only that, it's a good skill card. So hooray for Chumley, finally making it to the Speed Duel scene. And then we play the Kangaroo and Koala lineup. Now I feel like this is self-explanatory and obvious, fam. It's because these monsters right here, they benefit the most from the skill card. And then I'm playing this ratio of 3 Desk Kangaroos and 3 Desk Koalas because they're our best main attackers because of their stats and their effects. And I felt like, in my humble opinion, that Sea Koala is not really a good standalone monster. Has a great effect, but again, not really the best standalone monster. So I felt like 2 was just right. And then we play the 3 Giant Rat. Now this is more so like a tech choice, fam. It's a good floater for this deck. You know, we can float into Sea Koala or another Giant Rat, thus giving us tribute fodder for Jinzo. But the surprising factor here is that Giant Rat has good synergy with the cards in this deck, specifically Spike Shield with Chain and Super Rush Recklessly. Granted, we may not be able to attack with Giant Rat in defense mode, but a Giant Rat with Spike Shield with Chain, if my math is correct, 3,350 defense? Yes, please. I bet the opponent didn't see that one coming. And then we play the 1 Jinzo. Now this too, fam, was a personal tech choice, and as I've mentioned in my recent videos, Jinzo is just way too good to not be running in this current format of ours. We are a back row heavy format right now, fam, so if you can find a space for Jinzo in your decks, do it. And then we play the 3 Book of Moon. As I've mentioned in all of my other videos, Book of Moon is universal utility at its finest. We can shut down the opponent's monster, or we can dodge the opponent's back row. And then we play the 2 Shield Crush and the 2 Hammer Shot. Now, as you saw earlier in the how to win / strategies part of the video, we are going to be making our opponent probably go in a defensive manner. So that's where Shield Crush comes in. But you're probably asking me, Speed Duel bro, why didn't you max out on the Shield Crush then? Well, fam, my answer is that I always like a balanced approach, especially for that game 1. Because game 1, you just really don't know what you're up against. You know, what if your opponent is playing a super offensive style deck? Well, thank goodness we have Hammer Shot. And plus, fam, we are safe from our own Hammer Shot. So again, in my humble opinion, there's no harm in having a balanced approach for that game 1. I would definitely side a 3rd copy though of Shield Crush. But as you can see, fam, with these 2 tech choices of ours, there's nowhere to run or hide for the opponent. They can't be chilling out back with us, as I've mentioned so many times in this video already. And then we play the 1 Creature Swap. Now this too was a personal tech choice. And one thing, if you've known, fam, about Speed Duel bro, is that I love Creature Swap. I've mentioned this time and time again in some of my videos. Anytime that there's a floater, oh, you already know I'm putting in Creature Swap. But the reason why I had to control myself from Creature Swap is because I wanted to prioritize the strategy of the Koala deck, which is wreaking havoc from a defensive standpoint. And then we play the 3 Spike Shield with Chain, which is obvious. It's one of the key cards for us to bring the fight to the opponent. And then we play the 3 Floodgate Trap Hole, just a good general trap card to shut down the opponent's monster. And not only that, fam, I just want to mention before I forget that Floodgate Trap Hole and Book of Moon, they have great synergy with Shield Crush too. And then we play the 2 Nightmare Wheel because burn damage is a thing. And then we play the 1 tech choice of Super Rush Recklessly. What I like about Super Rush Recklessly, fam, is that all of our monsters are beast, so it's just another means of clearing up the opponent's field. And then we play the 1 Psychic Shockwave because we have the 1 Jinzo, so it's like you're playing 2 copies of Jinzo. But again, fam, as I've mentioned, Jinzo is just way too good to not be running. But granted, I will warn you though, fam, that when you play Jinzo and a Psychic Shockwave, it's a double-edged sword. Because if you happen to draw Psychic Shockwave and Jinzo in your opening hand or whenever, then the strategy is just kind of shot. But the thing is, fam, I'm willing to take that risk just because that's just how much of an impact Jinzo has right now. Alright, fam, time for the moment of truth. Where does this deck rank on the power scale? In my humble opinion, this deck is semi-competitive. Now, the reason why I say this deck is semi-competitive, fam, is because this deck's playstyle is very efficient at defeating the opponent from a defensive standpoint. Whether it's beating down the opponent, or burning away at the opponent's life points, or even just cleaning up the opponent's field. And the key thing to note there, fam, is because we're doing everything in defense mode, we dodge the Wall of Disruptions, the Widespread Ruins, and even our own Hammer Shot. Like, that ability to take care of business in defense position is very underrated and probably overlooked a lot of the time. And the fact that our monsters just have good stats defensively, it just makes things that much harder for the opponent. And I feel like that the only thing that this thing is missing in order to make it competitive is a draw engine. It's like it's this close to becoming truly competitive, at least in my humble opinion, fam. I believe that this deck has potential, like how I believe in the roids. So yeah, fam, just remember that with this deck, even if we're chilling out back, we are still going to bring the fight to the opponent. Only one of us can be chilling out back, and that's gonna be us. So there you go, fam. That's the deck. I hope you enjoyed, and if you did, please feel free to hit the like button because it helps me out a lot. And if you haven't already subscribed to me, your Speed Duel bro, you're more than welcome to subscribe because 2 things. 1, I always play to win, and I'll teach you how to win. And 2, if you love Speed Duels, I'm sure you'll love me too, your Speed Duel bro. Alright, fam, that's it for now. Thank you for watching, and I'll catch you all in the next one. Peace